I don't know about you guys, but this seems extreme. Passengers struggle to survive and after an infected girl enters the train during a zombie outbreak. Welcome back, guys. We are going to do another reaction, but now it's a movie, but it's like they're like telling it like a story, and I am going to react to the movie. You guys should have got that. Yeah, let's do this. Oh my god.
Welcome back to Movie Recaps. Today I will show you a zombie horror film from 2016, titled Train to Busan.
Train to
Spoilers
Busan,
ahead.
huh?
Watch out and take care. A truck approaches a quarantine zone and is immediately met by personnel that disinfect the vehicle. The driver asks one of them what's going on and he
Wait, this is a
replies that there was a
Korean
minor
movie.
leak in the biotech district, but that there should be no big problems. The driver continues and when he tries to pick up his ringing phone he hits something on the road.
Oh wait, can we get this to 70k? No! Alright.
It's out of the truck, seeing it's a deer, but when he checks
That's a
that his
deer.
vehicle is
Yeah, I
not
can
bumped,
see that.
he leaves it on the road. The animal comes back to life.
How is that
Sakwu is at
possible?
work, talking to a client on the phone and
Sakwu.
discussing the sale of certain
Sakwu.
stocks. He scrolls a news site with reports on the mysterious deaths of the fish in a reservoir when his assistant walks in. Sakwu
That's
tells him to
harsh.
sell all the stocks from that company. Later, he parks his car and argues with his ex-wife on the phone about Suan, their daughter. The girl wants to visit her mom the next day for her birthday, but he
Okay.
doesn't want to let her go alone. He arrives home, where his mother opens the door for him. Walking into the girl's room, he finds her talking to her mom on the phone, saying that she can take the train alone. She hears him and hangs up. Sakwu sits next to Suan and asks her to wait a week until he has less work so he can take her to Busan. He gives her the birthday present early. She opens it, but it turns out she already has that same thing that he got for her before.
What do you mean?
He asks her what else would she want and she tells him that she wants to go see her mommy. Suan
Aw,
says
that's
that she'll go
cute.
alone so that she doesn't waste his time. Sakwu and his mom talk about the girl. She tells him to have a heart-to-heart with his wife when he does go to Busan. He tells her that it's a crucial period for him at work, but his mom says that it's a crucial period in Suan's life too, then leaves him with a camera that has a recording of the girl's recital he didn't go to. Sakwu watches the video and sees how much she is hurting, so he decides to take her there. In the car, he talks to Suan about the recital, trying to make a life lesson out of it, when he almost hits an ambulance on the road.
Oh.
They stop and watch an entire cordon drive by. Suddenly,
What?
the girl notices soot falling from the sky and a distant fire can be seen in the reflection of the car. At the
Oh my
station,
God.
the train to Busan is getting ready to depart. The conductor
That
walks in
train
his cabin
looks
and the
okay.
attendants prepare as well. The coach of a baseball team tells everyone to sit down, but they see one of their cheerleaders walk in and cheer. And Gil offers John Gil a boiled egg, just as Sakwu and his daughter board the train. He calls his work and tells them he'll be back before lunch. Before the train leaves, a hurt girl runs into the car. As it departs, Suan sees a man attack a station
Oh
worker.
my god.
The girl that entered the train
Wait,
has a
this
bite
is
mark on her
zombie
leg.
movie? Oh my god,
Young-sik
this is a
tells
bite
one of
mark.
the attendants that an odd man jumped the train and that he's been in the bathroom for a while. Suan is curious and goes to see what's
The
happening.
infected one
The
is
man
the
keeps
girl,
saying
huh?
that everyone
Who's
is dead,
this?
but the attendant doesn't
is he
understand what he
infected?
means and tries to convince him to get out of the bathroom. The bitten girl walks through the train and faints, but no one seems to notice her. Suan wants to go to the bathroom, but runs into Sanghua, who's guarding the door for his wife, and tells her to go to another one in the next car. The female attendant finds the bitten girl convulsing and immediately calls for medical assistance.
What?
Sakwu is awoken by his phone when he notices that Suan is missing. His assistant tells him that something is happening nationwide.
Oh my god.
He hangs up and goes to look for the girl. The passengers on
zombie
the car
outbreak
watch the
is
chaos
going on.
unraveling on the TV. The
Korea.
attendant keeps calling her chief and the bitten girl stands up, fully turned
Right.
into a zombie. Her chief runs toward the car when she doesn't answer and Suan enters a toilet. The girl is on the attendant's back, biting her as they walk into a car, frightening the others. The baseball team gets attacked next and the attendant turns as well.
Dude,
All hell
that
breaks
looks
loose.
scary.
The chief attendant tells the passengers from the next car to run. Meanwhile, Sakwu looks for his daughter, but before he can find her he notices something going on in the other car. Suan hears the screams too. People run past them both and the father watches the chief being attacked by the zombie attendant and the chief turns quickly.
Oh
Suan
my god,
appears
that
behind
guy
her
looks
dad.
even
He
scary.
grabs her and runs as they are being chased by a mountain of zombies throughout the train. Sanghua tells his pregnant wife Sun Kyung to hurry when he notices something happening. A zombie bites into a woman in front of them and at the behest of Sun Kyung he tries to help, but gets attacked. Sakwu runs into the next car, while Sanghua locks the zombie in the bathroom. He tells his wife to run, but soon the other zombies arrive. The rest are still watching it all unfold on TV as people from the other cars run inside. Sok-woo gets the door, closing it before Sung Kyung's face.
Oh my god, they're
Sang
going
Hwa
to die.
manages to fight off a zombie and they enter the car, closing the door before the
that's
things can
good.
come in. Sok-woo notices that the zombies don't know how to open the door and tells the man to let it go. He's also realized that they attacked when they saw them, so Sung Kyung covers the door, effectively pacifying the zombies.
That's the pregnant
The
one.
conductor makes an announcement that
Right.
they won't be stopping in the next town, so Yeon-suk talks to him on an intercom asking him if he even knows what's happening in the train. He says that the order came from the control center. Sok-woo gets a call from his mom because she's worried for them. She tells him to take care of his daughter. The woman turns while on the phone with him. Sok-woo realizes what has happened, but doesn't tell Suin. The train slows down and people from the station they're passing begin
God.
to bang on the windows, begging for help, while zombies attack and eat them. In a public announcement, a government official informs the citizens that violent riots have broken out in several major cities, resulting in many deaths. The government has closed down many major districts. The people on the train check social media and see videos of people being attacked. The announcement continues informing the citizens that a state of emergency has been declared. The official states that the citizens shouldn't trust fake news, to stay calm and at home. He assures the people that their safety isn't in danger as cities burn. The people in the train have cordoned off the door and are moving in the opposite direction. Suin tells her dad that her mom's phone isn't working, so he sits her down while he tries calling. In-gil makes Jong-gil take the seat next to them, so the girl gives In-gil her own seat. Sang-hwa sees the father and kid approach and he's still angry that he shut the doors in their face earlier.
I don't know why am
Sok-woo
I
scolds
not,
the girl for
like-
being selfless, telling her that she needs to take care of herself first in situations like these.
Oh my
Another announcement from the
god.
conductor informs them that they will be stopping at a station where the military has been deployed to secure their train. Sok-woo overhears
This is why I hate
stopping at a
reacting
station where the
stuff.
military has been deployed to secure their train. Sok-woo overhears Yeon-suk asking someone on the phone which cities can be entered and it seems that the one they will be stopping in isn't
Like,
on the list.
I'm feeling
He
that's
tells
going
his
to be a
daughter to
huge
stay where she
fight,
is and
but
goes to the other car to make
no
a
one's
call.
fighting. This movie is
Sang-hwa asks
just
the
a
girl
wrap.
about her father and when she
By the
tells
way,
him that he's
after
a
this
fund
movie
manager,
ends, I
he
have to
comments
rate
that
it
it means
1
that
to
he's a
10,
bloodsucker.
so...
The kid agrees
This
and his
is
wife
really
tries to
going
lighten
bad.
the moon by giving her some candy. Then she
Oh,
tells
that
her to
looks
say
like
hi
a
to her baby
snake.
and touch the belly. Suin
You
feels
know,
a kick.
the
Sok-woo calls a
cobra
client that he thinks can help.
snake.
He asks him about the city that they'll stop at and the man tells Sok-woo that once they arrive they'll be quarantined. When Sok-woo tells him that his daughter is with him and he'll do him a favor if he helps them, the man says not to go to the main square, but to the east one.
Main
He'll let his
square
men
means
know.
like the main
Sok-woo sees the
entrance,
homeless
right?
man in the car. Later, the train arrives to the city where the military should be waiting, but no one is there. Yeon-suk pushes his way out first and all the others follow,
my
including
God.
Sok-woo and his girl. The remaining kids from the baseball team walk out of the train with baseball
They're
bats.
still alive.
One of the attendants takes the conductor to see the zombie car, when Yeon-suk meets them and tells them that Busan is one of the only cities left open. He tells the conductor to uncouple the zombie car, but it can't be done. The conductor agrees that they should go to Busan directly, but wants to bring back the passengers to the train first. Meanwhile, the passengers are walking into the empty station. Sok-woo enters a cordon area with Suin, so they can go to the East Square. The homeless man follows them because he heard his call and wants to come with him. Suin wants to tell the others and gets sad because her father doesn't let her do it. As the rest of the passengers go down the escalator, Sang-hwa notices something strange about the station.
I see blood.
Simultaneously,
I see
a
blood
man
there.
appears at the end of the hallway where Sok-woo and Suin are standing, so the homeless man runs
A
after him.
soldier. Oh my
Sok-woo
god.
tells Suin to stay there and goes
They're
after them too.
safe. And
When the
that's how
passengers
movie
arrive at
ends.
the bottom of the escalator,
The-
the
all the
military is revealed to be
soldiers.
fully turned into zombies.
Oh my god,
The
they're
horde
all
attacks the
zombies.
passengers. Sang-hwa
All of
sees it
them
happening
are
in
dead,
time and gets his
confirmed
wife
dead.
on the stairs so they can escape. Sok-woo gets a call from his client saying that he can't reach his men, when a zombie appears behind the officer in the hallway and
Oh
attacks
wait,
him.
no.
The homeless man slips as more zombies appear and eat the officer. Sok-woo runs back to Suin, who almost gets eaten, but Sang-hwa saves
Oh,
her.
that
Sung
that
Kyung
guy
gets her and they
is
run away
really
together.
good at fighting.
The baseball team waits for them at the door and once they come in they close it. Sok-woo struggles to get a zombie off of him, when the homeless man helps him and runs toward the door. Sang-hwa
I hope
sees
he
him and
runs.
opens it, then keeps it open for Sok-woo. They all push the door closed together, trying to lock it. Sung Kyung is almost at the train when she sees that some of the passengers are being decimated by the train horde. They still run down the stairs and passengers enter the train from the other side.
Oh my
Suddenly,
God.
the station horde breaks through the
Whoa,
windows,
that's
falling
some
onto the
good
train.
CGI. I
One
can
zombie
say
falls
that.
over Jong-gil, but fortunately it's too broken up to get to her. Sun Kyung and Suin take the
Yo,
other sister in
like
the opposite
acting
direction,
like
while
a
the zombie
zombie,
chasseurs
like
after
you
them.
have to like
Jong Gil is saved by an
like do
attendant
some
and the
weird
cheerleader.
noises and
They get
just
into
like
the train
bend your
just in the nick of
body,
time.
like
The other sister, the girl and pregnant woman get
you
into
should be a
another
lot
car and let the
flexible
homeless
for
man
that.
inside before the zombies get to him. The zombies surround the train, so Yeon Suk tells the attendant that they have to go if they are to survive. The cheerleader says they can't because her friends are still out there, but the attendant calls the conductor and tells him to depart. Meanwhile, Sang-hwa finally locks the door. Suddenly, the
Oh my
horde
God,
breaks
they're
through the
breaking-
glass as the men are
okay.
running away.
I
They
don't
see
know
that
if
the
they're
train
going
is
to
moving in
survive
hurry,
because the
but
train
when
is
they get to the
going, I
base of the
think-
stairs, two of the baseball
Just
players
say
are
train
picked
to
off by the
Busan.
zombies.
I think
The last one freezes, but Seok-woo gets him up and running, then inside the
two
train
of
in
them
no time.
died.
Sang-hwa lags behind and Seok-woo extends his hand to him, but the man picks up a baton and shield, saving him from incoming zombies
Oh
instead.
my.
He eventually gets inside the train too. Meanwhile, the conductor calls the control center and asks if there's an open path to Busan. He's advised to continue there, but he asks to be informed when contact has been made with the station. Sun Kyung and the others are caught between two zombie cars.
Oh my God.
She sees an
They
open
don't
toilet and
suppose
signals the
they're-
others to join.
They're probably
Everyone
dead.
gets inside, and when Sun Kyung steps in, a zombie attacks her. They barely hold off the door when the other zombies follow. Inside the other part of the train, some of the people are covering the glass doors when the conductor makes an announcement that they will be headed straight to Busan. The cheerleader gets a call from the last baseball player, and he says he's sorry because no one else survived. Simultaneously, Seok-woo is trying to reach his daughter when suddenly he hears Sang-hwa talking to her on his phone. She tells him that they're trapped in a toilet in car 13.
Car
The baseball
13.
player tells them that the rest are in car 15. The men prepare to rescue the others. Sang-hwa plans out their strategy, putting himself up front, the boy in the middle and Seok-woo in the back. They'll wait till they pass the tunnel. The zombies spot them immediately and the three of them go in fighting. Sang-hwa begins killing zombies with his bare hands and Seok-woo helps him from his flank. The boy uses his bat as a weapon and they fight as an unstoppable team. The next car is full of zombie baseball players and the boy freezes up. Sang-hwa pushes him away and fights the zombies. Seok-woo finds one of their bats and tries to fight them off. The two of them are deadlocked with the baseball zombies and the boy can't do
That's
anything.
why they have a bat.
Suddenly, they pass through another tunnel and the zombies begin acting strangely.
What?
Seok-woo makes a noise with the bat which the zombies follow and they are able to
Zombies
escape.
follow that
The
noise.
train passes the tunnel in the moment they go through the doors and
Oh,
the zombies
close it.
attack again.
Oh
They
my
rest
God, that
between
was
cars
close.
when Seok-woo gets an idea to use their phones as decoys once the train goes through a tunnel. They enter the car in the darkness when the zombies can't see them and Seok-woo throws Sang-hwa's phone in the back of the car. He calls it and the zombies flock to it, so they escape without fighting. They reach the toilet and everyone is happy to see each other. The baseball player finds another toilet and when they pass the tunnel he gets the others inside.
Oh,
Seok-woo
yeah,
has
that's
figured out
close.
how long they have to the next tunnel and the boy texts his girl in car 15. The cheerleader is happy that he'll be arriving at their car alive, so she shares it with the others. Yeon-suk naturally doesn't like the fact that they're coming, since they might be infected. The rest of the people seem to agree with him.
You can
She
see
begs the
that
attendant
because
to help her make the others understand,
wouldn't
but he
know.
agrees with Yeon-suk as well. Once the train reaches a tunnel, everyone gets out of the toilets, but
Okay.
now they'll have to figure out how to get past the zombies. Everyone crawls through the luggage racks. Seok-woo diverts the attention of the zombies and they get down in the car. Then move in the next car. The homeless man falls over and
no,
Seok-woo goes to help him.
He's probably
They
dead.
both get stranded in the car when the train passes the tunnel.
Okay, they're dead.
Seok-woo counts down until they run, but the homeless man steps on a soda can and attracts the zombies.
Oh,
They still get through the door, but Sang-hwa ends up holding it because a zombie gets lodged in it. The baseball player calls to his girl in the other car because that door is locked. The people from car 15 have sealed the door from their side and keep the girl
What?
from telling them that. Seok-woo goes over to help Sang-hwa as the boy tries to smash the other door. Suddenly, a zombie bites Sang-hwa.
Oh,
They finally
no.
smash the door to the other car and the baseball player tries to come in, but Yeon-suk holds the door. As the other men try to help him, Jong-gil and the cheerleader fight them from the inside. Sun-kyung begins walking to her husband, but he tells her to stay away, then tells Seok-woo to take her and leave because he's getting tired. Sang-hwa asks him to take care of her and Seok-woo says he's sorry. Suddenly, the door breaks apart and the two have to go.
Oh,
Sang-hwa
no.
doesn't go down without a fight
He's
and keeps
holding
these
up
zombies at
all
bay.
that zombies.
The others open the door and come
Dude,
inside.
respect to that
Seok-woo
guy.
grabs his daughter and Sun-kyung,
And he's-
but doesn't get to Eun-gil in time. He closes the
dead.
door and immediately
So that's. So he's the MVP, bro. Okay, now it's
he
picking
closes
up.
the door and immediately attacks Yeon-suk, calling him a bastard. Yeon-suk says that Seok-woo is infected and the attendant tells them to move in the vestibule.
What a
The passengers
liar.
from car 15 all tell them to get out. The homeless man goes first. The cheerleader doesn't want to stay with them, so she goes with the baseball player. Sun Kyung tells Suin that they should go to and Sok-woo follows. The others seal them inside the vestibule. Jong-gil sees her zombie sister on the other side of the door and opens it before anyone can stop her. The passengers from car 15 get stormed by the zombies. Meanwhile, the conductor calls in to ask about the situation in Busan. He doesn't get an answer, but sees fires burning in the city. Sok-woo finally talks to his daughter. He says that he'll take her to her mom for her birthday. Later, Sok-woo gets a call from his assistant who tells him that Busan has the best defense of all the cities. He also tells him that the virus started in one of their companies. The train breaks suddenly, because there's a blockade. The conductor makes an announcement that he'll find another train to get the remaining people to Busan. Yeon-suk and the attendant have survived the zombie attack. The conductor checks the first train he sees, but since it's filled with zombies he goes to find another one. Sok-woo tells the rest that they have to move and find a way to Busan. Meanwhile, the conductor keeps looking for another train. He finds an empty one and moves it. Yeon-suk and the attendant are stuck in the toilet. He tells the attendant to go first and pushes him into the zombies to escape. Meanwhile, a burning car hurls into the trains where the survivors are and separates them. The baseball player gets the cheerleader in a train, and while he tries to break open the door, Yeon-suk enters, sacrificing the girl and leaving the baseball player to fight off the zombie. He escapes and the boy gets rid of the zombie. The girl begins to turn in his arms and then bites him. Meanwhile, Suin wakes Sok-woo. The two of them, Sung Kyung and the homeless man, are trapped under a zombie car. Yeon-suk runs toward the moving train, and when the conductor tries to help him, he leaves him behind too. The train car keeps collapsing, but Sok-woo finds a way out. As he turns to pull the others out, the gap caves in. The zombies break through the windows of the train car and the homeless man tries to stop them from getting to the girls. Sok-woo opens up the gap again and the two of them get out, leaving the man behind. Sun Kyung, Sok-woo and the kid run away from the horde and after the moving train car. All the zombies from the station run toward the car, piling on top of each other. They all get on the train, but so do the zombies. They're holding tight to it and Sok-woo tries to get them off, succeeding eventually. The three of them look for the conductor, but find a half-turned Yeon-suk in the cabin instead. He manages to open the door. Sok-woo tells him that he's infected and when the turn is complete, he begins to attack them. Sok-woo fights him and Sun Kyung gets him off his back. The man grabs Yeon-suk and he bites him. Sok-woo chains himself on the train, then flings the man off. He realizes that he's bitten, so before he turns he gets both of them inside the cabin and tells them where the brakes must be. Sok-woo tells Suin to stay with Sun Kyung and get to Busan where it's safe. She can't let him go, but he releases himself from the girl's grip before he can turn and exits the cabin, leaving her behind crying and screaming after him. As he begins to turn into a zombie he remembers the day that Suin was born, then jumps off the train car. Sun Kyung and Suin have to stop and leave the train because there's a blockade on the tracks. They continue on foot through the rubble and the bodies. The two enter a dark tunnel. The military is on the other side. A sniper has them in aim, but he can't tell if they're infected. An order comes to kill them, when suddenly Suin starts singing her recital song. The soldiers make the call that survivors are approaching. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notification. All that survivors are approaching.
Okay, so that's the movie. Then how it ends. Okay, I'm going to give this movie about 7 out of 10 because the 3 is about, it's not really attractive. It is emotional, so I can give you that, and it's not very attractive and needs to be more advanced, like fighting a zombie with hand. It's like the old school stuff, you know, like this movie here. 4 years after the zombie break, oh my god, this is the continue of Train to Busan. Okay guys, see you in the next video.